King's Arrow? Well met. Don't suppose you lead a vanguard of troops to Vernum? Another mouth to feed and house. You'd better be good. Don't suppose you're bringing any reinforcements, are you? Hours ago, we tracked Straw, the bastard, to Vernum Wood. The Reachmen, no, they're not... It's not what we thought. The Worm Cult, they're here. It gets worse. They're doing something to the Reachmen. I need to keep watch for any other soldiers coming through. Talk to Dajahil and the Centurion if you want to pitch in. Good luck.
Just tell me I'll pull through.
Welcome to Vernum Wood. Dark waters run in this river. This is what we know. Strahl and his elite warriors were tracked to the wood. As soon as we hit the tree line, we saw the hoods and ropes. Indeed, we found a defensible position and have held them back thus far. We have no idea what's going on. Why are the Reachmen here? How did they get mixed up with the cult? We've tried everything, even some things I'm not proud of. An undercover agent named Belron, who joined us in Shadowfen, has narrowed it down to 2 options. One cruel, one not so much. This magical dagger can cut out a cultist's heart that will magically continue beating. The heart can reanimate a cultist's corpse for a bit, and it will tell us what it knew. This ornate globe will collect the memories of the cultists. You use it on them, then kill them. Belron can peer into the stored memories and perhaps see Strahl speaking to a cultist. Here's the globe. Use it on living cultists, then kill them. Their last memories will rush into the globe. You'll need to do this a few times to make sure you get a memory of Strahl.
This is going to heal, right?
Circle around!
Broke another one. Cultists die too quickly. Good, good. And filled with memories, I see. Now, let's hope one of the cultists whose memories you stole spoke with Strahl. If so, we can learn what's going on here.
Dalek is pleased with me, Richman, for unleashing the giant Sin Moor. He has asked that you guard Vermin Wood while his priests perform rituals upon us. Channel the touch of the Lord of Brutality into us. All across the wood, my Richmen are being transformed. I will undergo the ceremony within the central ruin.
Get me a bucket.
Have you learned why the worm cult is here? That's a dark twist in the river. I'll send troops to investigate the ruin. It's been dirty work, but I thank you for your help. Belron left the camp. He muttered something about further research. Head into the field and find that dark elf. Lend him whatever aid you can.
You see that thing? That's what's left of the Reachmen gathered at Vernim. We need to learn more about these things. The Ghasts keep repeating the name Calyx Thorntongue. Go kill him. Take his heart and bring it back to me. Necromantic energies gather in the heart. It's the seat of life and unlife. Everything I need to know about a person, I can learn from his heart. Well done. Indeed. As you do, collect their hearts. I feel powerful magicka radiating from this one. With more like it, we may be able to put an end to Strahl himself. I will be back at camp, researching. You've returned with a number of dripping presents. Excellent work. You have my thanks. These vine-twisted abominations may yet prove useful. You may have noticed the ruin in the center of the wood, that shroud of death and darkness. Nothing living can pass through it. Luckily, the dead can. Oh, I thought it was obvious. We kill you, sort of. These grave-born hearts, yes, imbuing their essence into a potion, like so. Drink this. Trust me, nothing will go wrong. The bravery of Vivek. Nicely. You have a little something on your mouth there. Absolutely. I think. You're much less alive than you were a few minutes ago, anyway. That should get you through the shroud. At the bottom of the ruin, there should be a totem powering the death shroud. Destroy it! The shroud goes away, and the living can enter the ruin.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Let's go.
With the shroud gone, we can follow you in. You're looking a little dead around the edges. Let me take care of that. Of course! How could I have forgotten? Here, hold still. Let's get this done.
Be on guard.
Behold the power of the world!
He killed Lieutenant Belron. He has me. Don't mourn my fate. End
These
him.
world called gifts shall restore the rich!
Die.
I failed!
Let's get back to the surface. I'll meet you back at camp. I didn't think we were going to make it out of there. Dajahil, Belron. I will make sure the Centurion, the Pact, knows of Strahl's defeat. Dajahil and Belron sacrificed themselves to see that beast slain. Their sacrifice will be remembered.
Glad you made it out, Arrow. I'll make sure Dajahil and Belron go up on the rolls and Mournhold. It's mad to think all those people, reduced to ink on parchment. We need to warn the settlements west of here. You put a stop to Strahl and the Reachmen, but the worms are a far bigger menace. Nimolton. Thane Fiora is a brave, intelligent woman, and she has the resources to protect the rest of the Ragged Hills. Grab a guardsman when you reach the town. They'll direct you where you need to go. Fiora is apparently a dynamo on the battlefield. I've heard stories you wouldn't believe. Death, Reachmen, now the worms. I need to check on my family. We have a little farm down south. My wife's father started it, actually. Stop by and say hello if you get the chance. Tell her I sent you. Woman makes the most amazing sweet rolls.
Welcome to Nimolton, traveler. Do you seek the counsel of our mighty Thane Fiora? Or are you here with Sergeant Iris' contingent? Urgent news, eh? Perhaps it'll take her mind off the troubles. Been enough of that lately. There was an attempt on the Thane's life. Her housecarl, of all people. Bastard. Sergeant Ira and her squad arrived just recently to look into the matter. Aye. Our Fiora's a tough one, she is. Cut that horker down where he stood. Look, I have to keep to my post. I'm sure the sergeant and our Thane will want to speak with you. The hall is just up the stairs, off of the main square.
Some of my Dark Elf friends are still upset that St. Velof's shrine was attacked. A and by one of their own, no less.
Do your trading here.
Greetings,
friend. I would swear we only spoke days ago. I can see by the look on your face you know of Nimulton's dark times. Well enough. It's good to have a reason to get up in the morning. Without my family the way it was, it's easy to wallow in thoughts of Bleak Rock. Of the good days. This investigation, that's what I do now. Denskar used to say I latched onto things like a mama bear, wouldn't let anything go. Now I use that instinct for the Pact. After my breakdown, some of the others pulled strings for me with Pact command. As I was training, we talked about what I would do. This seemed the perfect fit.
What brings you to my hall? You don't look in need of a Thane's help. And if you are with Ira, I am not in need of her help either. A friend of Ira's? Well then, welcome to Nimulton. The King's Arrow, yes? Well met. Tell no one that Beta Ness was a member of the Worm Cult. I won't have Nimulton fall into chaos. We are on his trail. My advisor and the court mage search for any hint of the cult as we speak. Keep that to yourself. I won't have the Nimulton fall into chaos. We're on his trail. My advisor and the court mage search for any hint of the cult as we speak. Slow. My advisor Borodin is at the inn questioning townfolk. My court mage Golan is at the Mages Guild researching the worm cult. Would you help them? My people should not suffer for any problems within my court. I should have seen Beta Ness's treachery before it came to roost in my very hall. There's not much to tell. Bastard asked me for a private conference, said he had something sensitive to tell me. When we were alone, he pulled a knife. I had to crush his scaly neck with my bare hands. Not a thing. To think of all the days I let that scaleback drink my mead, live in my hall. Brrr!
Let me guess, you're looking for worm cultists, right? Well, here we are. We're all worm cultists. Everyone in Nimulton worships worms and dances with Daedra. I've learned that the Thane needs to settle down. Having a troubleshooter come all the way out here because Fiora had a fight with a housecarl. Shameful. It makes Nimulton look bad. I'm thinking we need a new Thane.
The guild requests your help.
Get out of here! I'm busy! The Thane is impatient. I almost have it. At first, it stumped me. Why would the cult come to this backwater? What could the cult find in Nimulton and nowhere else? I need to do more research. I need to consult a book in the Thane's library to be certain. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
How goes the investigation? Nimulton reminds me of Bleak Rock. All these good people oblivious to danger. If only we could have protected my husband and son. Have you learned anything? he's a fool. Has Golan uncovered anything interesting? Oh, and what is that? I'm eager to learn what he uncovers. In the meantime, would you investigate Betarness's home? It's just south of the Thane's Hall. I trust you'll miss nothing.
Ask too many questions.
Murder? On my watch? Oh, good to see you. I have sad news. Golan is dead. We heard the sounds of a struggle. My soldiers and I arrived too late. In the library with a pair of smashed skeletons. The worm cult, I am sure of it. But how did they get past my guards? First the attack against the Thane, and now this. I've asked my soldiers to take a more active role in defending the hall. I pray it's enough. You're not afraid, are you? Stay strong, my friend. We'll find the heart of this corruption.
Greetings, Master Drendorf. As always, your memories are alive in me. How may I serve? I am, as you made me, Master, a Magicka memory matrix, a place to hold safe your dearest memories. Research entry. As I suspected, the worm cult plans to use bound companion spirits to empower Sinmur. I found evidence they're gathering in the crypt beneath Nimalton. The footprints lead from this fireplace. Here. What? No! Yes, Master Drendorf. Your notes on the companions indicate they once bound powerful heroes as eternal guardians. I cannot recall any other information on this subject.
My brethren moved to take Nimalton. They need you out of the way. I doubt I can take you in a fair fight. Luckily, I don't have to.
Move, now! cultists. They came out of nowhere. Ira, she was leading them. She demanded I join the cult. Surprised her. I don't know. I cut her and she scampered like a skeever. Shut up and get out of here. Bleeding feels good. Reminds me I'm alive.
I saw her head toward the water.
She went into the crypt.
So you've come to kill me. Do you remember Denskar? Litrek? Do you remember how they died, bleeding from Covenant blades? I watched it all. I watched them die. You can't know how painful that is. I barely see Trin. She's off on her missions, and she'll be dead soon too in this pointless war. The worm cult came when I was grieving. They said they could reunite me with my husband, my boy. All I had to do was pass information about the pact. Maybe, but I chose to believe. It wasn't just secrets. Soon the cult asked me to kill for them. Golan, Thane Fiora. Trin would despise what I've become. I'm done with the cult. But it's too late, isn't it? Your legend ends now, hero of Balfoyan. So,
Ira was behind much of this, wasn't she? I don't pretend to know her reasons. All I want to know is whether you've dealt with her or not. Yes. I'm thankful for these wounds, in fact. They woke me up. A Thane must be ever vigilant. The worms will find no shelter in the shadows of Nemalton.
I was looking for Sergeant Ira, but the Thane tells me she was slain valiantly defending her from the worm cult. I've just come from Pine Peak Caverns. The worm cult ambushed us. There are researchers there trapped in the caverns. I fear the worst.
It wasn't so long ago that I had not even heard of this worm cult. Now these worms are everywhere, killing people, destroying villages. This has to stop. We'll need it.
I'm doing what I can, but the weapons wielded by the worm cult have a cruel bite. We should have been more careful. Considering what we came here to do, we should have known there would be danger. Do you know what this place is? Pine Peak Caverns? This is where one of Isgramor's companions was buried. Hakra was her name. We came to ensure that her tomb was safe, but the worms were already here. They ambushed us inside, and we barely escaped. I fear their intentions may be to enslave Hakra's spirit. There is still time, though. Will you help? If you jab this shard into one of the cultists' corpses in the cave, Hakra can possess the body, and then she can tell us what to do to stop them. You have questions? The waters of knowledge flow stronger through Aranel, but I will answer what I can. We were sent here by the Pact leadership. They believe the worm cult wants to enslave the spirits of ancient companions. Something about strengthening the newly raised Sinmur. That is all I was told. It contains a tiny portion of Hakra's essence, her soul. Stabbing a newly dead corpse with it should enable Hakra to take possession of the body. Perhaps for only a limited time, though. We found it embedded in a pillar inside the cavern. We suspected its existence from lore that Aranel had come across, so we searched for it once inside.
Whose body was this? The flesh reeks. You placed me in one of those cultists, damn you! They're after me. Once they breach my tomb's defenses, their magic can bind me to their will. If you're the best this time has to offer, I see why they're looking to the past for heroes. 3 burial urns chain my spirit to this cavern. I cannot leave while they remain. Destroy them and I can escape before the cultists bind me. 2 urns rest in the lower reaches of the cave. Destroy those first.
He's doomed and it's all my fault. I ran like a coward and left him there. Sheridan. When the cultists attacked, everyone ran. Sheridan and I were alone, lost in the caverns. They captured him. There was a ritual. Oh, what they did to him. I should have tried to rescue him, but I didn't. I just ran. I don't even know if he's alive. And they stole all our equipment too. I know it sounds dumb caring about that stuff. Please find him and grab our equipment if you see any of it. Sheridan might still be alive. Oh, why did I run and leave him? Yes, of course. Forget the gear, just save Sheridan.
Rise within the caverns. They smell worse than you do. of us! Hurry! The worm's binding me to his will!
Destroy that thing! Hurry! Ah! Thank you.
back!
sharpest arrow in the quiver.
God of schemes, Lord of brutality, Father of vampires.
Sometimes a little lie saves a ton of explanation.
I don't have to explain something I never said.
I cannot complain. That does not.
Wait, now! Attack! Spread out!
To the side! Destroy!
I'm his now. Beware when next we meet.
Charge!
think I'm going to make it? Finally. I need to get out of here. I'll see you outside. My bonds are broken. I'm free of that vermin-infested cave. Now to hunt down more of those damned cultists. Those worms! Trying to enslave my spirit, then sacrifice me to enhance Sinmer's powers. A foolish plan, attempted by idiots. Even you were able to defeat them. That shot is mine, by the way.
You have restored tranquility here, and I hesitate to ask more, but I have no choice. Another of Isgramor's companions, Valdor, he was entombed not far from here in Tarengrov. It is likely the worm cult seeks to enslave his spirit as well. Yes, we are in no shape to make the journey. If the worm cult is already there, then there is little we could do anyways. You, however, could help there as you have here. Tarengrov is to the south. Please go. Valdor's spirit must be protected.
You saved Sheridan. Bless you. You've been a lifesaver, literally. Sheridan and I are going to publish a report about our adventures here. Your heroism will figure prominently.